I am DYANAROZAY, and I bring a unique commentary to your favorite reality TV shows and whatever is popping on social media. If you are not a subscriber, please become one. Hit that notification bell too, that way you don't miss any of my videos. I go by DYANAROZAY on all platforms, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me. What's up, Supreme Team? Welcome to the channel. I am back with another recap and commentary for Beyond the Gate. If you guys have been listening to my reviews, you heard me say last week that Nicole and Ted used to get it in 15 times a week prior to the divorce, and they had been married for 30 years. So Nicole is not shaking Ted anytime soon. That man is a part of her, okay? What is it called? Muscle memory? Her muscle memory. Every time she is with another man, she is going to be thinking about Ted. And she said as much when she was telling her sister, Danny, that Ted was the best she has ever had. Okay, so let's get into it. And if y'all need to catch up, the playlist is in the description box. But Miss Nicole meets up with her sister, Danny, at the country club. And as soon as Danny sees her, she knows right away, child, I know where that glow comes from. You have a glow that's like the sun. So who were you sleeping with, is what she basically asked her. Nicole does confirm that she's been with somebody, and she confides in Danny that she slept with Carlton after running into her ex and the head nurse, okay, they were out for dinner. So she tells her, listen, I did sleep with Carlton, and Danny is excited. She wants all the details. And unfortunately, the details were this. Nicole said that Carlton was a very thoughtful and kind lover who worked really hard to make her happy. Hence the glow, okay? But she said he does not compare to her ex-husband in any way, shape, or form. Nicole said that Ted knew how to make her body sing, every inch of her body sing, okay? That's not what you want. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're trying to go after somebody new, especially when you're trying to forget the ex with somebody new. So now that we know this, we know that Nicole feels like Carlton has fallen short. And this is after months of anticipating what he was going to be like. You know what I mean? So now she's telling Danny in so many words that she feels like she missed out on her whole season. And she's questioning whether or not she'll ever find another man that checks all the boxes like Ted used to do. Then she tells Danny that the one thing she's always admired about her is how she goes after what she wants in relationships. So, now Danny, in so many words, is asking her sister, Nicole, whether or not she's settling for Carlton. And Nicole says no, that she told him that she's not ready for a serious relationship. But what Nicole doesn't know is that Carlton had already had a conversation with Ted where he basically admits he's been waiting for Ted to fumble the bag in his marriage for a minute so that he can come in and scoop Nicole up. So despite the fact Nicole doesn't want a serious relationship with Carlton, Carlton definitely wants to wife Nicole. That is what it is, okay? Now, we didn't get to see the day after for Carlton, whether or not he's going to be, super high off of sleeping with Nicole. Maybe he feels like she's not the one after what happened either. But my guess would be is that this is going to make him infatuated with her. So anyway, Danny encourages her sister to go outside, explore, you know what I'm saying? Get your feminine wiles out there. And she also tells her she doesn't owe anybody anything. Nicole even says to Danny, because Danny did question, what the hell is Chenise doing with your ex? She works up there. She's your subordinate. How could you ever trust this woman? But Nicole says, listen, even though I'm still heartbroken over losing Ted, I have no issues or hard feelings toward Chenise. And this is yet to be seen, in my opinion, because we all saw Nicole. We know around Christmas that woman is still bitter, so bitter, in fact, that she was going to tell her mother on Christmas Day in front of the entire family that she thought her daddy was cheating on her. That's not something you do when you're happy. So even though she acts like she's passing the baton over to Chenise, I'm not sure that she's always going to feel that way. Sometimes that stuff hits you in waves. You know what I'm saying? So even though she's saying it now, because she feels like she kind of, might be getting her groove back, I don't think she's going to feel that way when she sees Ted is really happy with Chenise. And like I said, that muscle memory is going to mess her up. Anyway, right now, Nicole is kind of excited about exploring herself, the new single self. And we know this based on this damn brown dress that she had on at the end of the show with the little cutouts in the midriff. So she is feeling herself. She's trying to explore herself. She has a lot to figure out. And I would not be surprised, you guys, mark my words on this. I wouldn't be surprised if she ends up using that male escort service that her bestie now manages and used to be the number one customer of. Okay, because I think Nicole is really going to go through a whole phase. Now let's talk about the other sister, Danny Dupree, real quick, because she is playing with fire. Now she runs into Bill while she's talking to Nicole, right? And she was extra snappy with Bill, like giving him attitude, told him that she was having a family meeting and he needs to scoot. And even though Bill knew they shared that kiss the night before, he's actually, smirking to himself about the energy because he knows she's putting it on extra thick in order to hide it from Nicole. So this is a turn on for him. Now, after Nicole tells Danny that she admired her host spirit, Danny, after she wraps up things with her sister and feels like she got her right, she's like, well, let's leave. And then she goes home and she puts on this blue dress that Bill had bought her back in the day. And it still fits, child, like a glove. Then she dialed herself up, hair done, nails done, makeup, everything done, smelling good. And she headed right back to the country club to trap Bill. Now, Bill immediately recognized the dress and everything else. And he asked Danny, even though he already knew the answer, he asked Danny what she was up to because he knows that she would be down for a little extramarital affair, if you know what I'm saying. See, sometimes you can support your friends. Danny's mama, her daddy, the sister, everybody in the family, her daughters even have said, Mom, stay away from dad. He is no good for you. Her best friend, stay away from Bill. He is no good for you. But she's going to try it out. She's about to spin the block. All right, let's talk about Ted, the ex-husband of Nicole. He's at the neighborhood bar. He meets up with Chenise, his new boo, his girlfriend. And unlike his ex-wife and Carlton, Chenise and Ted do check each other's box. In fact, they checked each other's boxes about 3 or 4 times the night before, and then again earlier that morning. So they like each other. They fit like a glove. Now, Ted didn't see his nosy and rude-tailed daughter, Kat, over there at the bar, taking him all in. But he's telling Chenise that his other daughter, Eva, handles his schedule. So he knows about her. He's not keeping her a secret. All the stuff that Chenise needs to hear. But Chenise also figured out that it was Eva who told her crazy tale mama about the two of them dating. And that's the reason why Leslie ran up on her at the hospital. She tells Ted what happened, and Ted is in disbelief, you know what I'm saying? Even though at the same time, he knows Leslie is unhinged, and he apologizes to her, and he's kind of questioning if they're going to have a healthy relationship because of this damn crazy ass woman. But what he really needs to do is tell Eva to keep his business out of her mouth when it comes to her mother. Okay. So while he's telling Chenise, certain things like, I might have brought a little extra heat to you because I slipped up a couple of months ago. I got drunk and, we had this one night affair. Even though I'm not sure that happened, I think that Ted passed out. And then, Leslie manipulated him into thinking that they slept together, that things went wild, but I'm not sure that happened. Anyway, Chenise says, yeah, I already know. I overheard about all of this at the hospital, because y'all know them hospital hallways stay jumping. And Chenise also tells Ted, I'm not scared of Leslie. Okay. I told y'all that Leslie was going to meet her match with Chenise. So I think Chenise got a couple of tricks up her sleeve. Anyway, Ted ends up leaving his lunch meeting with Chenise because he has an emergency. And, he says hello to his daughter, encourages Eva to sit and talk to Chenise. And Chenise starts asking, Eva starts asking, did I say Eva? I meant Kat. Sorry about that. He leaves, Kat comes over, and then Kat starts asking Chenise 50 questions, right? Chenise entertains her, but at the end of the day, she tells Kat that she has nothing to worry about because she's been a nurse for a very long time and she's had to deal with a little bit of everything under the sun. So I know how to take care of your daddy. I know how to take care of you because your nosy ass can get too much of my business as well. But she also says, I know how to take care of that crazy heifer, Leslie. So let the games begin, y'all, is what I say. Now let's move on to Anita, because Ted's emergency was Anita Dupree. He runs over to their house to give Anita an IV, and he assures Vernon that passing out is common in some patients who are receiving chemo treatments. He also tells him that he will take their call anytime, day or night, no bill, no strings attached. He said that I always considered you guys my family. I still do, despite the nasty things that Vernon and Anita were saying to him. Because y'all remember, they were telling Ted all kinds of stuff. You're not a real man. You was never good enough for our daughter. You're weak. They were saying all kinds of stuff. So when he tells Vernon, I will always consider you my family, and I'll do whatever y'all need me to make sure that Anita is comfortable and that she gets the care she deserves. This makes Vernon feel real shitty. You know what I'm saying? He had to. And he shakes his hand and he tells him, despite what I said to you, you are a stand-up guy. And you could tell it made him hurt a little bit, which is exactly what it was supposed to do. Okay. So after all of that, Ted ends up leaving, and Anita tells Vernon that he has to accept the fact that she might not survive this. She might not survive the cancer, and that he needs to continue on without her. He has to start looking at life without her, right? And this tears Vernon up. He said, I'm not going to make it. There's no way I want to continue living life without you. But Anita, she lets him get it out because he has to hear it, right? And then Anita also tells him that while she can still enjoy it, she needs to have more interaction with her family and her friends, and he has to stop kicking people out the house, right? She said, I need to feel love. I need to feel alive. And this is what makes me feel alive. Company, friends, family. You have to give me that, because this journey that she's on is lonely enough, despite the fact that everybody is telling her they're right by her side. That's something she has to walk alone. And Vernon breaks down crying because he realizes he can't take that pain away from Anita. And that's basically how it ends. But y'all talk to me in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode and what y'all think about Miss Nicole living her whole season, because baby, she's about to do it. Y'all let me know if y'all saw that too. Talk to me in the comments. Also, I need every single one of y'all to, if you're not, go ahead and follow me. I have amazing content over here. Hit my like button, share the video with your family, your friends. Okay, that way we can grow our community. I appreciate every single one of y'all for rocking with me, and I will check you on the next one. Bye-bye.